Ready?
Critics agree Hawkeye is one of the best shows on television. It's the most fun Marvel adventure of the year. And the biggest surprises are yet to come.
Who's that?
I've got your next target. Maybe you'd like a shot at the man responsible for your sister's death.
Welcome back, everyone. This will be my new Marvel Hawkeye trailer video for Yelena Belova. It seems like they're finally teasing her on the show. I know we're waiting to see when she's actually going to show up. It sounds like it's going to be pretty soon, so we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the episodes. I'll be doing videos for all the episodes. We're doing a giveaway for Disney Plus memberships. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and let me know which episode you think she's going to show up in first. But in this newest Hawkeye trailer video for the next few episodes, I think there's footage from the next few episodes, they tease the biggest surprises are yet to come and then show you a bunch of new footage of his fight with the tracksuits, or his and Kate Bishop's fight with the tracksuits, and also what looks like a scene of Yelena Belova wearing ultra stealth Black Widow gear watching Hawkeye and Kate Bishop from a different rooftop, and her saying, "Who the hell is that?" A couple of you longtime comic book readers who are big fans of the Thunderbolts comics may have also recognized that the costume that she's wearing, the stealth gear, makes her look exactly like Yelena Belova's Thunderbolts stealth costume in the comics. Like, this is right out of a Thunderbolts comic book. We've all been talking this entire year about how Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, Val, Madam Hydra, the Countess, whatever you want to call her, has been slowly assembling what seems like a Thunderbolts team in the background of all the Marvel Disney Plus shows and Marvel Phase 4 movies so far, like the Black Widow post-credits scene, then the Falcon and Winter Soldier with U.S. Agent John Walker. There's all kinds of theories about how the Abomination from the Shang-Chi movie is somehow connected to Val, even though Val didn't have a cameo scene during that film. So to make the Thunderbolts connection to this mystery figure, the fact that it's one of the biggest surprises that they're hyping up, and the hanging plot thread of Yelena Belova versus Hawkeye after the Black Widow post-credits scene, it just seems like the universe in Marvel really want you to think that this is her in the trailer. I don't know if this footage is specifically from episode 4 or if it's from episode 5. My assumption that it would be like something from the later part of episode 4. Like early theory, she might just show up at the end of episode 4 in a short stinger WTF cliffhanger type of scene and then be a bigger character and get more scenes during episode 5. Big reminder too, there are only 6 episodes total, so it's not like they can pull the taffy on revealing her or anything or paying off this Hawkeye versus Yelena Belova storyline. Things on the show are supposed to escalate super fast, from Zero to Kingpin and Yelena Belova versus Hawkeye within a few episodes of each other. There was some other footage from an earlier promo with Hawkeye and Kate Bishop fighting this stealth character on a similar looking rooftop, so a couple weeks ago people thought that that might have been Yelena Belova, and it does seem like a similar setup to what's happening in this scene here, with them on the rooftops watching someone, and then also this mystery stealth figure who's probably Yelena Belova also watching them. There's still the whole Echo versus Hawkeye and Kate Bishop storyline. That just got started, and she still believes that Kate Bishop is Ronin right now. She doesn't want to believe anything that Hawkeye was telling her about Black Widow getting rid of Ronin. That also plays into the Yelena Belova storyline going after Hawkeye in a really interesting way that I'll point out in a second too. A lot of it has to do with how much the public, the general public of the MCU, just people walking around on the street, know about what really happened during Avengers Endgame. But on her own, Echo still wants revenge for the death of her father, believing that Ronin killed him. And I know there are a lot of twisty theories about how that could be a misdirect, Ronin killing her father, but without more context, I do think that the show really wants you to think Hawkeye actually killed her father. He said, and he wasn't lying, that he tore through the tracksuits upper management as Ronin during that 5-year time jump, and her father led the tracksuits crew before her, so he was upper management at that time. Now there is the uncle, quote-unquote, Kingpin character. It seems like he was always at the top, and from what Hawkeye said, he never got the chance to take him out when he was still Ronin. But as for a connection between the Kingpin plot, Val, and Yelena Belova Thunderbolt's mission to kill Hawkeye, a lot of you in the past have asked if Val is working with Kingpin or Kate Bishop's mother, and that's the Yelena Belova connection. Like, someone on the show might know Hawkeye's secret identity is Ronin, because if you rewatch the Black Widow post-credit scene, when Val gives Yelena Belova her next target, just gives her the pad, it only has a picture of Hawkeye in his Ronin costume with his mask off. She doesn't say Hawkeye, she doesn't say Ronin, she just says the person responsible for her sister's death. And I think it's implied that Yelena Belova knows who Hawkeye is, so it's like, oh wow, Hawkeye was responsible, so I'm gonna go kill him. But the idea is that whoever actually is behind the hit, whoever ordered it, knows that Hawkeye was Ronin, and on the show so far, they've been treating it like this huge mystery. Like nobody in the New York City crime families knows who he is, or at least the low-level people that we've seen so far.
The Ronin brought a brutal form of justice to his victims, and his identity continues to remain a mystery to this very day.
So it's always possible that somebody at the upper level of the New York City crime families, the mob, knows his secret identity, knows he was Ronin, and wants revenge for him killing all the people in the New York City mob families during that 5-year time jump, and they're just using Val and the Thunderbolts team to do it. So it's always possible there's a connection there, and you have to remember that Kate Bishop's mother has all those security cameras everywhere, so if anybody was going to get a snap of Hawkeye with his mask off in the Ronin costume, it could have been her. But typically, different TV show plot lines like this that seem totally different wind up being related somehow by the finale. Like on the Loki series, for instance, there was the mystery of the TVA pruning people. What was going on with that? Then separately, the mystery behind why all the TVA agents themselves were mind-wiped variants, and then the explainer for just how the multiverse worked in general in the MCU. They all seem like different storylines at first, different threads that had nothing to do with each other, but by the end, they all wound up being connected through the reveal of He Who Remains, Kang, orchestrating everything the whole time, pulling the strings, and creating this false narrative to keep everybody in the dark. So don't be surprised if the person who ordered the assassination attempt on Hawkeye through Val, like hiring Val and Yelena Belova to do it, creating the fake story about Hawkeye killing Black Widow to mislead Yelena Belova, is somehow connected to the New York City mob wanting revenge on Ronin killing everyone during that 5-year time jump. Even though it does seem like Kingpin is really in the shadows at the top, pulling all the strings, they're still building to a big reveal of Kate Bishop's mother and how she's connected to the mob, and has the Tracksuit Bros listed as her contractors in the database, and seemingly has this wide surveillance net that seems like it's violating a bunch of privacy laws all over the New York City area. Like I said, if somebody was going to catch a secret snap of Hawkeye as Ronin with his mask off, it would probably be her with all that tech she has embedded all over the city. And if it wasn't clear, the fact that the Tracksuit Bros are listed as contractors in her Bishop security database means that she is probably the one who ordered the hit on the auction to steal the watch from the Avengers base. But the big question is why she would have done that. What is the significance of the watch? Who did it belong to? And did she do that on the orders of someone like Kingpin? Let me know in the comments, though, if you think that one of the characters that we've already seen on the show is behind the Yelena Belova hit on Hawkeye. Val is more of an intermediary in all this, so even though she does seem really sus, she's mostly doing this on the orders of someone else, like somebody ordered a hit and she's passing it along to Yelena Belova. As for how Hawkeye versus Yelena Belova is going to go down, he's been having all these PTSD flashbacks, he still feels so much guilt over the death of Black Widow, he does feel responsible for her death, but he didn't kill her, he did everything he could to sacrifice himself. Like they had a knockdown drag-out fight, she won, and that's the reason why she died. It's just that whoever hired Val and Yelena Belova wants her to think that he killed her to make it more likely that she would follow through on the hit. So early prediction, Hawkeye and Yelena Belova fight for a while until they're able to get her to listen to reason, and he explains what really happened on Vormir and what was really going on with Black Widow at the time that made her want to sacrifice herself so badly. If it wasn't clear, Marvel wants you to think that she wasn't just trying to save her Avengers family because she kept talking about saving her family during that movie. She was also trying to bring back her Russian family too, and I think it's implied that some of them, maybe even Yelena Belova herself, got snapped, like Red Guardian and Melina probably got snapped too, and that's why she wanted to sacrifice herself so badly, to make sure that they could come back. Yelena Belova wouldn't have any of that information right now. I explained this during my episode 3 video too, but it seems like Kate Bishop, all the other regular people of the MCU, just regular citizens, don't know all the details of what happened during the Avengers Endgame time heist mission. So nobody else knows what really happened on Vormir. They only know about the battle with Thanos, the Avengers compound, because it was covered by the news. So post all your Yelena Belova theories on the video. The showrunner said that he actually had to beg Marvel to include her in the series. Like, please, this is so important for Hawkeye's storyline. Let me include this character. I'm not really expecting to see Kingpin show up if he does get a cameo scene till like episode 5 or 6. It probably won't be till a little bit later, and the rumor is it'll just be a really quick, small cameo scene, and he'll be a bigger character during the Echo spin-off series, as well as Charlie Cox's Daredevil character coming back during the Echo series. My full Hawkeye episode 4 video will post next Wednesday, just like normal, and I have some new Spider-Man No Way Home videos I'll be posting soon, and a DC Peacemaker trailer video with John Cena. Congratulations to the giveaway winner from my last big Hawkeye video, Josh Wasteblatt. please email me on the back end of my channel so I can get your contact details. Everyone click here for my new Spider-Man No Way Home video with more Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Easter eggs and footage. And click here for my full Hawkeye Episode 3 video with a whole bunch of Daredevil and Kingpin Easter eggs. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.